Hey, good afternoon, or well, actually, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP. Man, what an incredible day and well moment in history as we watch the judiciary shit show, and just well, it's a sad moment in our nation's history. It ain't a sad moment if you're a Top Gun Options member. Today, in our Analyze Your Trade and Debrief, our weekly debrief, we closed a burner trade that we placed last week. Limited risk, folks. Look at this. Over $11,000 profit in a week on limited risk. You see these calls right here? What are these calls on? FXI, that's the iShares China Large Cap ETF. A week ago, right here, I said Trump is going to punt. He's going to delay the December 15th tariffs, and we're going to see a rip your face off rally. Man, were we right. The calls, these December 13, these calls would have expired tomorrow. The 41 and a half calls were up 508%. You ready for this? Spent $1,800 on these calls to make $9,600. And this bull put spread here is going to expire. We closed this one for about $2,100 profit. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Well, it gets better. In another portfolio, we have another bull put spread on the China ETF that's currently up $1,600. This one will expire tomorrow for another profit of $2,100. And look at this one. This is in a third portfolio, another bull put spread out to tomorrow that's currently up $3,400. This one will expire tomorrow for $3,500. If you were following along there, 3 China trades, $15,000 in profit on limited risk. This isn't unlimited risk. I just showed you the long calls. Man, we had an absolute blast. Hey, I did a brief after the close because I want you guys to see what we're doing here. So here's what you need to do. If you couldn't attend our brief after the close, you need to head to go.topgunoptions.com/replayft. That means replay full throttle. Okay. I did this afternoon, 12 December, talked about the trades we just did. Hey, I put on a new, what we call burner trade, took a look on it. Well, didn't put it on because obviously after market hours, we're going to have a Santa Claus rally. Thank you, President Trump. And then January, we're going to implode. I see it coming. I've nailed the market year to date. You absolutely have to watch the replay. If you're already ready to grab your full throttle slot, all you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/joint. Okay, for $195, folks, that's a nice dinner out, right? You get to join weekly options and our primary live trade brief for a month. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in our 3 essentially flight manuals, primary, intermediate, advanced. If you go on our website right now, they cost $197. Wait, hold on a second. If this is $195 a month and I'm getting manuals for what? Yeah, exactly. You just made $2. Okay, you're essentially getting a month for. I'm paying you $2 essentially to do at least a month. You have got to come and check us out for a month because I believe we got a Santa Trump rally coming and a January implosion. And by the way, we might have something between now and the end of the year that reaches out and touches us, and it's not going to be good. The first issue is Iran. Iran has been firing rockets inside Iraq at our forces, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the Secretary of Defense said yesterday, hey, man, you need to throttle back. I've told you this is going to happen. I don't want it to happen. One of my good buddies I flew Hornets with, Putnam Brown, is the commanding officer of the Abraham Lincoln. I'm wired into all this stuff, folks, and I'm going to tell you that in the immediate future, Iran will attack U.S. forces or a U.S. installation. Period. They seized a British tanker. Nobody did anything. They shot down one of our drones. Trump blustered, didn't do anything. They attacked the world's oil infrastructure. 25% of the oil infrastructure of this globe was shut down. We didn't do anything. They are kicking, they're screaming, they want attention, and nothing has happened bad to them. They want this to happen, and I don't. That is a potential black swan event between now and the end of the year. What's the next one? Cream of some young guy in North Korea, man. He says they promised Trump a Christmas gift. Last week or whenever it was, week and a half ago, he got on his white horse and he galloped to Mount Pikachu or whatever it's called. And usually when the dude runs up there to go talk to the burning bush, although I don't think they have any bushes left in Korea, that people eat the bushes since he's starving them. But anyway, when he comes down, man, they usually do something. So between now and the end of the year, If North Korea launches a ballistic missile, most likely they will, and it'll be over Japan. It might get ugly. Okay. Uh, we've warned them of grave consequences if they send Trump a Christmas gift. So, as you're sitting here watching the market have a rip your face off rally on a potential phase one agreement with Trump, I am doing my job as a briefer to tell you there are black swan events out there. Just because, remember, the market only cares when it cares. You could wake up in a couple days and then the bottom third of your TV screen, it says breaking news, fill in the blank about one of these two issues, and the market's down 1,000 points. That's why you absolutely have to watch today's replay from our brief, because I cover a burner trade. Just because volatility came in today and the market's rallying on this potential phase one deal doesn't mean anything, man. We are in what, month 16, 17, 18? I've lost count of this trade war. I feel like Lucy with the football here. Not only am I not going to believe it until the ink's dry, I'm not going to believe it when the ink's dry. If any of you expect China to live up to what they say they're going to live up to, you're an idiot. Anyway, so let's talk about, this is why this is late today. Phase one deal. The morning started with a cup of coffee, watching a Reuters report say it looks like Trump's going to actually go forward with the December 15th tariffs, and the futures imploded. Then Donald Trump, I can't even find the tweet, folks, because he's tweeted probably 100, well, he hasn't tweeted, he's retweeted like 100 times today. Never seen this in this guy's history. I can't find the tweet, doesn't matter. After or just before market open, the president tweeted, getting a big deal done with China, very close. Well, then it broke later in the day that he was meeting with his advisors, and then boom, here we go. We got a phase one trade deal. In principle, oh, okay, that's an interesting word, pending Trump's approval. Does anybody remember a couple months ago when Steve Mnuchin, our Treasury Secretary, and Lighthizer, Ambassador Lighthizer, were on a plane? Before they got on the plane, they said, hey, man, we're 90% of the way there. We got a deal. We're just going to China to figure out what salad dressing we're going to have at the signing ceremony. And about 48 hours later, they were on a plane home. Trump told them, get on an airplane, come home, and the futures, the market imploded that Monday. Remember this? So be very, very careful here. And to be honest with you, I'm a little bit of a cynic, right? So this week, the president thankfully got the USMCA, the new NAFTA, essentially, USMCA. Isn't it weird how the Democrats pushed forward on impeachment articles and ran down the hallway an hour later to announce they did this? Nancy Pelosi has had this for a year on her desk and wouldn't bring it up for a vote. They've been concentrating like a rabid dog on impeachment. They've been playing with the U.S. economy and jobs. They wanted to stick it to the president. But after voting for impeachment, they had to do what? Let's show that we've done something. Freaking stupid. So, but anyway, this is Trump's achievement. He did this. Remember, I'm going to tariff Canada, the cuck of Canada. I'm going to tariff Mexico. The dude had a Gatling gun at. What did they do? They both folded, and he got us a great deal. So as they're focusing on impeachment, not only did he get USMCA this week, he's getting a potentially phase one trade deal with China. Isn't this insane? The market's at record highs. We're looking at $15,000 in profits. Our portfolios are printing money, and the Democrats want to impeach. It's absolutely insanity, folks. Anyway, whenever a Roman general or even the emperor came back from a campaign of defeating somebody, this is in the Patton Papers, or if you've seen the movie Patton, he tells a story about how a Roman emperor or a general returning victorious through the parade would have a slave from wherever they recently conquered stand next to him in his chariot as they're throwing, stuff at him like, God, you're awesome. The slave would whisper, all glory is fleeting. Well, guess what? This market right now, ladies and gentlemen, has not priced in any bad news at all. This market is pricing in, and the volatility index, the VIX, the uncertainty index, being down about 7% today, is pricing in what? Everything for the next 30 days is super fantastic. Wrong. I got my bullish trades on. Don't get me wrong, folks. Visa, the retail ETF, the discretionary ETF, Amazon, we got bullish trades on, but man, I have one hand on the absolute ejection handle. Okay, so please, 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 if you couldn't attend this afternoon, watch the replay here. go.topgunoptions.com/replayft. That's a must. Okay, even if you attended, because there's a lot of great questions going on, rewatch it. That's what people usually do here at TGO. They watch the webinar a couple times and go, man, I picked up new stuff the second, third time I watch it. Please do that, okay? And if you're already ready to grab your slot, all you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/join. On the replay page, folks, you can scroll down and click this blue thing and grab your slot as well, okay? I'm telling you, man, be careful. We nailed this. We absolutely nailed this. I told my members about a month and a half ago, I said the president's going to have to choose between a trade deal and China. And he threaded the needle, man. He chose, Hong Kong, not China. Remember the Hong Kong protesters, right? The Senate passed 100-0. This House passed 417-1. I don't know who the one retarded one dude was or lady, but look at that. There's no way in hell he wasn't going to sign that. And for all China's bluster about if you sign this, we're not going to do a trade deal with you, he did it Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and it was a little blip in the media. And China recognized that he did that not to really punch them in the face. So after he signed that, I predicted, you know what, since they're a little pissed about him signing that and supporting the Hong Kong protesters, he's not going to do the December 15th tariffs. And man, look at this. This is last week at the NATO summit. So as we were plumbing the depths over here after he slapped Brazil and Argentina and even his buddy Macron with some tariffs, I said, no. Here's what's going to happen. And it did. Remember, man, men lie, numbers don't. 11 grand, 3,300, 1,600, that's nearly $15,000 in profit in a couple days or a week. Let's just say a week on limited risk. I'm having a blast. If you guys aren't, something's wrong with you. We got a Santa Claus rally in effect, but we got some things that could potentially reach out and touch us. And trust me, January is going to implode. And the trade that I covered today, a burner trade to the upside on volatility, will print money when the market implodes in January. Okay, again, apologies for the late brief. Had a great time this afternoon at a lunch brief with a very special person, so I had to post this a little bit late. My apologies, and then I had to do the webinar. Okay, so have a great rest of your night. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday's market wrap up. God bless.